final match of the day between Team 5 versus not one legit player, and it's gonna be Bandit, spelled Bhindt, versus Qikz, and Qikz from the guy who streams Shinhan Tank Pro League. So let's get into it. Alright, so you guys would like to join in. Hot dog, if you want to join into the map. Alright, so this is B. So this is my favorite matchup, TVZ. Uh, I love it. TVZ is my favorite matchup. I watch it. My TVZ idol is Light. I love his TVZ. It's the way he controls his medic marine is godly. Like in my opinion, like I love TVZ. So do you? I mean, what do you expect from TVZ? Do you expect him to go 1-1-1? Do you expect maybe 5 racks, 4 racks? What do you think Qikz is gonna do in this current meta?
Um, I think Qikz is just gonna go for pretty standard 5x or possibly 4x opening. I mean 1-1-1 if you're not really comfortable with it, it could actually just set you more back than it does good.
Right.
And so I think we'll just see a pretty standard 4 or 5 racks for him.
And I guess from the Zerg side, right? I see a lot of in the current meta in ASL. 2 hatch muta is like really very popular build, especially even against 1-1-1 or 5 racks. I feel like do you think we'll see two hatch muta, or are we gonna see more standard 3 hatch muta out from Bandit?
Um, I think I think we'll see a pretty standard 3 hatch.
Okay.
Muta harass is kind of hard on this map, just
Right.
because the mineral lines are always tucked away onto the edges of the map.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have a terrain advantage to work with.
Right.
We might even see like a lurker opening,
Okay.
possibly.
I mean, it is. I mean, and from a Terran standpoint, I mean, it's a 2-player map, and it's a pretty decent map to go maybe possibly 8 racks. I feel like Terrans like to put the pressure on keep the Zerg contained. I feel like for a Terran you want to stop the Zerg growth as much as possible. I feel like 8 racks on this map is possible. I feel like it's a pretty viable strategy.
Yeah. I think this map's pretty favored for Terran though in the TVZ matchup. Um,
Why do you say that?
I think Zerg's gonna just have a hard time securing a 4th base.
Okay.
Especially if Terran goes like SK or something, just constantly dropping and pressuring. But
Right.
let's see.
Do you think I mean, say we go late game, right? Do you think he's gonna go SK, or do you think he's gonna stay, or he's gonna do the mech transition?
See, mech transition is really hard on 2-player match because there's not as many bases.
Right.
And there's not as much time, I guess.
Mm. I,
But
I mean, like the gas is
we'll
very
have to
limited
see.
on the map.
Guess is also limited, but it's more so it's hard to use like distance or positional advantages on a
Right.
shorter rush distance like this.
Right.
It's typically on a 4-player map, you like mine up the map, you have tanks on the cliff and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and I think
But
yeah.
this map, if you try to do that, you'd be pretty spread out and
Yeah.
open to a lot of drops.
Yeah, and I like how you brought out the lurker, possibility because there's these stack generators here, and lurkers do splash, so like it's possible that Zerk maybe break down one of these generators on the other side and maybe surprise the Terran and hit him with an attack that we may not see. So I feel like lurker might be a very good option for our Zerg player Bandit. So we'll see. Let's get into the game. Oh, alright, so spawning on the top left, we have our Terran player from Not1LegitPlayer, Qikz. And spawning on the bottom right, we have our Zerg player from Team5, Bandits, also known as Olin. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, let me update the text. This is not our players. It is Bandit versus Qikz. Alright. Alright, so what kind of open do you expect from the Zerg here? Very standard, 12 hatch, or you can maybe see a over maybe a 9 pool maybe. Alright, so we're not gonna have any 8 racks coming out. The Terran's making the supply depots in base and still continuing to get CBs. I think we're probably gonna see a very standard 12 hatch from the Zerg, so probably very standard play from both sides. I think the most important thing right now in the next couple of minutes is seeing if the Terran makes a refinery. If he makes a refinery, he's most likely going 1-1-1. It's possible that he can go maybe a 3 racks or 2 racks academy, but most likely he'll probably go 1-1-1 here. As you can see, the Zerg he's gonna drop down his hatchery at 12. We'll see if he's gonna go 3 hatch or 2 hatch next. But I think pretty standard play out from both sides.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a 3 hatch.
Oh,
based on
yeah.
the gas timing as well.
And I think Terran's gonna go probably the 1-1-1 possibly, with since he's going to with the refinery.
Like we'll have to see how comfortable he feels with it. Because
Yeah.
like I said, if it's not something you practice,
Right.
it could just set you further back.
Yeah, and I mean personally, as when I came back to Brood War and I decided to play Terran, I loved 5 racks player. I feel like that was like very strong. But then like the more and more I saw with 1-1-1, like I feel like it's the more flexible of the builds. Like you can do a lot more, and like you have way more map control with 1-1-1. But like obviously you only have like very limited units to start with. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if he loses, 1 Marine and a Vulture, he could easily get all in by Lings, and I feel like that could have been over just within a matter of minutes. So we do see 3 hatch coming out from the Zerg. Is that gas pretty late? Because I feel like gas should be up a little earlier than that for the Zerg.
No, it's pretty standard. You build it after your 3rd hatch.
Okay. All right, so we have the factory coming out for the Terran. Zerg knows this is 1-1-1, right? Like in the games that I've practiced a lot of TVZ with you, right? What can Zerg do to stop 1-1-1? Like what would be a common strategy to stop a 1-1-1 play? Because it can be very powerful if you let Terran get their tech up.
Yeah, the important part is just not to overreact to anything.
Right. For the Zerg or for the Terran?
For the Terran.
Okay.
Like if he sees a Vulture and just freaks out, starts throwing down a bunch of Lings, Sunkens, eventually that'll just snowball into an advantage. Also, we'll have to see if Qikz goes for like a... Okay, so there's a starport. He's not putting it back on gas though.
Okay.
Makes me think that he wants to maybe go for like a Vulture drop.
Okay.
But typically here you put all your SUVs back onto gas after you put down your command center.
So I think
it's also supply blocked.
Oh.
So
that's a
could be a lot cleaner.
That's a common theme in my games and all these games. The Terran seems to be supply blocked a lot of the times.
I think it's just because he was focused too much on the Vulture micro, but actually it looks like the Vulture's gonna do decent damage here. The fact that he's forcing all these things and Sunken is good in itself, because 1 Vulture did all of that.
Oh, so the Zerg's getting Ling speed. Is this, I think he's probably gonna go all in here with Ling speed, going all in.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be an all in here. All hatcheries are producing Lings.
Yeah.
And actually, Qikz isn't making any more Marines or...
There's no bunker either.
I don't think he recognizes what's coming. Yeah. This could actually just straight up win all in the game.
He is microing his Vulture, so we give him a pass on that, but he's got to know this is a Ling all in.
Yeah, it's gonna be really close. We'll have to see. Because at this point it's gonna be non-stop stream of Lings. And if he loses a couple Vultures, it's gonna be no way to defend it.
Would you just get research Vulture speed right now?
Yeah, you need Vulture speed because it's really hard to micro slow Vultures.
I
against
mean,
the SP lanes.
yeah.
It's pretty easy to get a surround on them, just like
Yeah,
you
yeah, you
know,
just also, yeah, I think this is game. Yeah, this is game. Once you lose all units in 1-1-1 and the Zerg's in your base, it's over. This Wraith is not gonna save him.
and Olin's not like completely all in, right? Like you can
Yeah,
see he's starting to take Hydra behind it. Like he has a follow-up plan in mind. And
yeah,
meanwhile, Qikz just can only think about defending this.
yeah. I feel like he should really use his SCVs here. Like he should really, maybe mineral walk them and maybe glitch out the lings. But I think he's just dead here.
Yeah, I don't see a way for Qikz to come back into this game. He's not mining either, so it's
Yeah.
not like he can produce more vultures or marines. And his last vulture just got caught.
Yeah.
It looks like he wants to defend with raids, but he has no more SCVs, and eventually the link stream is gonna turn to a Hydra stream.
Yeah. And raids take forever to kill lings. Oh, lifting his factory? Okay. I mean, if I ever see a fantasy GG timing, this would be it.
Yeah,
This is definitely a fantasy GG timing.
I don't know how all in he thinks Olin is, but
Yeah.
Olin could easily just transition to making drones and Hydras now.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even matter how all in it is. I mean, if he's freaking drones at home, he's behind.
At this point, it's not really. Like when it does damage, it's not enough to just defend it.
Yeah.
Like if it's only an all-in if Qikz had defended it pretty clean,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, he just lost, and that's a good game. Alright. Alright, so it's a pretty quick, probably one of our quickest matches so far. Alright, it's me 1-0 for Bandit. Let me update that. Alright, so let's see what map Qikz is going to counter with for game 2. Alright. And it's going to be on Benzene. Very interesting map. I haven't really seen this at all on CPL. Maybe I haven't watched much CPL games, but I haven't really seen it at all as a pick from somebody. I mean, have you played much on Benzene, Beast?
I've played Benzene, not so much Terran. I think this is another matchup that's good for Terran. I'm not completely sure as to how the late game will turn out, but I mean, we saw Qikz going for the 1-1-1.
Right.
As I said, it could set you further behind if you don't really have a good follow-up. I mean, Ling aggression is a pretty common response to it.
Right.
And it didn't look like Qikz was like scouting for it and recognizing that. He kind of just wanted to do his own thing and he got punished for it.
Alright, so I mean, what do you think Qikz, like what should Qikz should have done there? To maybe hold off that Ling all in.
I mean, definitely a bunker, more marines, and at that point, the mesh trap doesn't really help. You're not gonna have a vulture speed up in time, and so you just non-stop pump vultures and marines.
Right, and as we mentioned before, like he was supply block too. Like I feel like maybe he panicked a little too much there. Like maybe it could have been just migrating the vultures.
Actually, the thing is, he was supply block before the vulture.
Right.
I think he just kind of forgot it while he was putting down his starboard and other tech buildings.
Right. Oh, and I guess like one thing I want to mention, like in previous game was like some people like to skip the wraith. Some people like to make the wraith. I mean, what's your opinion on the wraith with the 1-1-1? If you should make it or not.
Yeah, I mean, it could be good to just give you scouting information. In this case, I think it would have been pretty good if,
like he just skipped it.
Well, either skipped it or if he was able to defend, then to go kill some overlords.
Right.
But I mean, even before the wraith, he had a bunch of issues.
Like it was very interesting. Like he dropped the second barracks as like he was microing his vultures. Like I feel like he should have just made more marines. Like he was making a second barracks, but like he wasn't making marines at the same time.
The thing is, I think he saw the second. He put down the second barracks before he saw the ling speed.
Right. I mean,
And so
if you
he,
see so
like I
many
said, he
lings
was
already,
just
right? Like if you see so many lings already, you would assume probably ling speed is gonna come. Like that'd be a good
yeah.
like induction, like a deduction. Like he's probably going ling speed, and he's most likely all linging me.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just like if it's not some build that you use pretty often,
Right.
it'll just end up hurting you more.
Okay. And do you think
Because
that
there's
was
a lot
right?
of intricacies like that you know, if, let's say like it's a 2-hatch Hydra bust or if it's 2-hatch mutant, you have to know how to defend all that. But if
Right.
you're just kind of doing 1-1-1 just to do it, you're not gonna know the optimal responses to anything.
Right. Right. I feel like yeah, for 1-1-1, you really have to like figure out what the Zerg is doing, to maximize the 1-1-1 build. Like if you know it's 2-hatch Muta, maybe make a Valkyrie if you like Valkyrie micro, or make just skip the raid and make the Science Vessel. But if you see like maybe he's doing Ling all, then you might want to drop more Vultures, drop more Marines. I feel like 1-1-1 like is a very reactionary build, more so than say the 5 racks. 5 racks are just pumping Marines, right? And you just
I
control
think it
units.
depends because with 1-1 you're trying to take the pace of the game earlier.
Mhm.
You're trying to force the Zerg into a certain build that you want,
Mhm.
and then at that point you can kind of comp into it. Like if he's going for like a Hydra bust, and just put down more bunkers and more tanks.
Right.
If he's going for Muta, you could do like cloak raids, maybe faster science vessel, depending on the timing of it.
Right.
Um,
Okay. I
but
mean, did you like that response from the Zerg? I mean, like that Ling all in.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, it worked, but like, I mean, as like
yeah,
you can't always do
I
that.
think it's a pretty I think it's a good, I think it's a pretty strong response to a lot of lower level 1-on-1s.
Right.
Because like I said, it's a hard build to execute, just for all those reasons.
Right.
And you have to know, you have to like make a pretty quick decision when you're defending against it.
Okay. All right. Do you think we'll see 1-1-1 again after that game, or are we gonna see Qikz maybe going back to standard 5 racks 4 racks play?
I think after this or after last game, he'll just go back to the 4 or 5 racks. But
Okay.
who knows?
All right.
Maybe he has been practicing it, and it was just kind of a mistake on his part.
Okay. We'll see. All right. Let's get into game 2. Let's see if Qikz can bring it back in game 2. Oh, the scenario map is still being distributed. Interesting. Do you guys? The scenario map is still being distributed. It's hot. Okay. Let me remake it. Okay. All right. Let's. Hopefully this works. All right. Game 2. Alright, spawning in the top right, we have our purple Terran player from Not1LegitPlayer, Qikz. And spawning in the bottom left, we have our Zerg player, Bandit, also known as Olin, from Team5. Oh, okay. I think players are talking about lag. I don't think lag was an issue there. I think it was probably bad. I think if you think, and I think low turn rate is pretty bad for 1-1-1, right? Because you have to micro properly, and having low turn rate is pretty bad for micro wise. I think, right? At least, or am I wrong?
I mean you could, but at the same time,
Like I don't want to give an excuse for lag as the reason why he lost that game.
well, it's just, I mean that wasn't the only reason, right?
Right.
It's not like he was gonna be able to perfectly defend,
Right.
and then just that lag. But like he could have definitely fixed his opening as well.
Right.
Um,
This is a relatively.
but
Oh, we see 8 racks. We see 8
oh,
racks.
okay, so there's an A-Rex at the same time. Olin's going for a 9 pull, so it's actually a pretty perfect counter.
Okay. Oh, and the Overlord might actually scout this because it's going to the same path as his barracks.
Yeah, I think it'll cut really close.
Yeah. I mean, this is looking bad for our Terran player.
Yeah, generally you send the Overlord to the net,
Right.
and so it might have, it might have missed, but he's sending this one like straight across to the main, and that's why he's gonna be able to see this.
Yeah. Oh no, he stopped his Overlord. Oh. Okay. Oh no, the Overlord's coming.
Yeah, so it's gonna see it, and then most likely the Overlord will just cut over to the
To the
or up.
yeah,
Yeah, so it doesn't get
well,
cut out.
Stevie Wonder.
But as long as he doesn't lose his Overlord, like
This is pretty good.
he's just gonna, he should be in a pretty good spot to just take the game.
Is this a 9 pull ling speed? I'm assuming this is 9 pull ling speed, right? Since
Yeah,
you
it's
got
not
again.
pull links.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see when you go Rex.
Yeah. I mean, he's dropping another barracks at home. Usually, you do 1-1-1 behind an 8 racks. What do you think about this barracks?
The thing is, if you go 1-1-1 off a Rex, typically you see like a Wallen
Right.
use, just so you don't have to keep pumping Marines, because I mean you're already kind of poor. You don't, if you're teching, you don't want to have to invest too much in defense at the same time.
Yeah. I mean.
But here it looks like,
yeah.
so he's building the bunker right now. Yeah, I'd say the Zerg's in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah.
If he just expands, but he's making too many lings, I think.
Yeah, he's making.
So
Yeah.
it could actually even out if he just keeps making lings.
Oh no, these Marines need to get in that bunker though. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake on Olin's part, but we'll have to see if these lings can get anything done.
Oh, couple lings get through. Okay, 3 lings get through. Okay, so I think like I did not like 2 Marines because you have to hold positions SCVs, right? And you can only hold position SCVs with like if they have like an attacking unit along with them, right? And he put both of his Marines in there, so he can hold position to ramp. And now lings are just free to go into his base. I feel like you should.
I think if you hold position the SCVs and then put your Marines in the bunker, I think that still works.
Okay, because I'm not. Yeah, because usually I like to keep one out, like just right behind SCVs to hold position to make sure that it's not leaky.
Yeah, I don't know about this barracks landing in the natural though. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe to like aggro the lings. I mean, okay. Ooh, his SCV micro is not on point this game, and he's not making. Okay, he should really start keying up Marines. Here we go. He was also supply block, by the way. The Terran, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, Qikz hasn't been making, like, he has so much money. He hasn't been making SCVs. He hasn't been building Marines. Like,
oh, this is.
He's just kind of falling apart to the pressure.
Yeah. And I think our Zerg player Olin here, he's probably gonna transition to drones now. I think he's content with the amount of damage he has done with the 9 pull speed.
Yeah, he's teching up. His drone count's still a little low.
Yeah. I mean, he has killed a lot of
Right.
SCVs as well. So.
The thing is, there weren't very many SCVs
Yeah.
to kill in the first place. But I think the bigger issue is like, now Qikz isn't gonna be able to pressure again. Cause like the whole time, he wasn't really teching. He wasn't expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what this barracks at the Zerg base is, but if he floated that back and went into a 2-Racks academy, I think he would have been in a much better spot.
I mean, he is making an academy,
you know,
but yeah.
It's over there. I don't know if he's trying to like sneak it in and just make. Yeah, so he's landing it by an Overlord. You know, it's like.
Yeah, he's making a Marine.
So I don't know, to me that's just like kind of disrespect coming in. Maybe he's kind of upset that he got 9 pulled, but
he went 8
he's
racks.
not really achieved anything with this Marine here.
I mean, okay. Sorry,
he
but
built a Marine.
And I don't know. He wasn't being sneaky about it. Oh, okay.
That's link tight. He could have shot the drones from there.
Oh,
so
okay.
Maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
That'd make a lot more sense.
Because I'm like.
But I mean, he'd have to like complete the Marine.
Oh no, it's not link tight. It is not link tight. It is not link tight.
That's actually really weird. It looked like it was gonna be link tight.
Yeah. So okay.
There goes his plan.
Right, it's on the left side. It only works on the right. It's...
Okay.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if you
Yeah.
had like an SCV in there, you could have done something funny. But
I mean, it's still kind of weird. I mean,
yeah,
it's gonna be 2 Rex Academy, and he's gonna try to kill him, and if it doesn't work, it's kind
yeah.
of a
So
game.
lurkers are gonna be up well before Qikz can do anything about it. His stim's not done yet, and I think the lurker upgrade is actually gonna finish before the stim.
Yeah.
And you know, Olin here not just needs to watch the Terran army movement with the wings.
I mean, this is. I agree that I think this is probably the best play 2 Rex Academy. It could have been
Yeah,
3 Rex Academy.
it was just too late, like
Yeah.
because he was defending with only one barracks. You know, if he was defending with twice the amount of marines,
Right.
but it's just like he had this barracks floating around, and now he lands it again for like I don't really understand. He lost out on so many.
Marines.
Yeah, he's just like I don't know.
I mean, 2 Sunkens
What
have
minigame he's
probably
playing with
hold,
himself.
and Lurkers are out, so he doesn't even have a scanner. I think once Qikz sees a Lurker spawned, I think that's when you just type the word GG and you leave the game. Alright. Oh, and he made 2 barracks and he canceled it. Um. Okay. Okay, makes a factory. I think maybe he's gonna try to make a siege tank and maybe bust this, but I mean he's gonna have way more lurkers by the time you get 1 siege tank out with siege.
Yeah, it's a little too late for that. I don't think there's much Qikz can do here, and Owen's doing a pretty good job of slowly adding drones.
Yeah.
I think Owen's in a pretty comfortable spot right now.
Yeah, he's got 3 hatch.
At this point, oh that lurker got in as well.
Oh no.
Although he will have a scan. For it.
Yeah. Oh, killed it.
Doesn't even need it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to do a lot more than kill one lurker to come back. I mean, Olin could even add a Queen's Nest here and just get Hive. But it looks like he's opting for like the more macro heavy.
Alright.
So he has the factory, but he's not throwing down a starport or okay, there he goes.
There he goes. Starport? There we go. Okay. Does he have marine range? I mean, he could have just skipped it probably because he needs the gas.
No, he has it.
Oh, he has it. Okay.
But he canceled it. It was like 75% done.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he would have canceled.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, all right. Bandit's just gonna try to kill them with the bio.
Oh, there's a lot of units.
Oh, scan. Back off. Ooh. Well, I think all these things by himself. Yeah, that's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's GG
For Qikz.
for our Terran here.
I expected more of a fight. Really, I expected maybe a longer game, but I guess Qikz try to do something. I mean, I'm assuming he picked Benzene for a reason. I mean, to have
I
maybe
think
later
it's
ranks.
because that A-ranks. Although, like I said, it just things that he did just kind of confused me. It didn't really look like he had a game plan for both games. Like his decision to just float the second barracks over to the Zerg side and keep landing it and lifting it and landing and lifting it
Right.
for no reason instead of just going back home and producing more marines. Like I don't really understand. Like I said, it makes me think that he was just kind of mad about it and just kind of just doing something random on the side.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, he probably got tilted out of the first game, and he was like talking about turn rate the first game, the start of the second game. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I expected maybe a little more solid Terran play from our Terran player Qikz, but I mean, it is what it is. Zerg's OP. That's just me. Whining about Zerg, but I feel like it didn't feel very solid. I feel like he tried to do like little things to try to throw off the Zerg, but the Zerg was just having none of it. He's just like, yeah. So, I mean, what do you think Qikz has to do in the future? I mean, this wasn't very good. I'll be honest, it wasn't very good. What?
I think that's pretty much it. I think he just tried to do too much, like, and you'll see like CPL. Like, I think if everyone just kind of plays to their strengths or like the basics,
Right.
and you just do the basics really well, you'll see players start to fall apart when they try to do like a sneaky build and it doesn't work. Then
Right.
they don't really have a fallback plan. I think that's what happened to you too.
Okay. And what do you think about Bandit's play? Even though his job really was just kind of like make sure.
I mean, I think he played pretty well. Maybe. I think instead of making up all those lings.
In the second game or the first game? Because the first game was like going all in.
The second game.
Okay.
Second game. If he just kind of transitioned to more drones, I think he would have been in a better spot.
Okay.
Ultimately, it ended up working because Qikz had his second barracks flying over to the Zerg side instead of going home and making more raids.
Right.
But yeah,
Did-
pretty well played from him.
Did you like that lurker? Like, you would go lurker there, right? You wouldn't make meters.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're talking about turn rate too, you can kind of rule out meters.
Okay. Okay. There we go.